every story was more unpredictable and more rich than I could imagine. Could I capture this anecdote connected to this, and the fact that she has children too, so then I wanted to like stop the clock and say like, your life is so interesting to me, maybe I could put it together in a way that, actually tells a story that I could capture, because your life's moving too fast. The very first huge interest I had in filmmaking was through documentary films, and it was really like historical films. I was fascinated by seeing footage of different eras, particularly political movements, the 60s, 70s. I was fascinated by verite documentaries of the 60s and 70s. I loved living proof. I loved evidence that things that had interested me in history did exist. I remember the first time I ever saw images, like real speeches by Malcolm X. I feel like my head went back and like knocked against the back wall. It was just this really primal fascination with the idea that some characters that loom large in my imagination really existed, and here was this evidence of them. I got jobs that involved documenting real people's lives. Frequently it was within trade unions, just like training and education. But I loved going inside a certain kind of factories at the time, or didn't matter if it was just someone who did extermination in a big, huge housing project in Boston. So I just said, can I film you shaving your beard off to get your mask fitted? And so as he's shaving, he was telling me about his life, and he was a deacon in a church. Just things go on and on. So here's this exterminator who's a deacon in a church on the weekends, who's like a really incredible singer. I don't know the details. Every detail would start to like wow me. I mean, maybe I'm just so easily impressed by everything, but basically, I got like very addicted, I feel like, to this rush I would get from getting a glimpse into someone else's life. So another term for that is voyeurism, where you're just so fascinated by lives that are different than your own. But it follows Ree as she's trying to solve a very crucial problem in her family's life. Her family is in a difficult situation. They have a lot at stake, a lot to lose, and she needs to solve a mystery of her father's whereabouts. And as she tries to do that, she runs up against family members who help her and others who block her and find her investigation very threatening. So it's sort of a suspenseful story about whether she will be able to prevail, whether she will be able to use her will and her smarts to get what she needs in order to really keep her family, the part of her family that's near and dear, together. John's participation and Jennifer's, I did not know either of those actors prior to this project, and admired John's work a lot. And then when he was shown the script, he responded, I think very strongly to it. And I think an actor's interest is like first and foremost a turn on to me, because that's already the first step. They have to want to do this. Jennifer just seemed really like an earnest and committed actress who could do this. And the fact that she is from Kentucky made a big impression on me. Without Anne and Michael, nothing happens. I mean, I view us as working as a team of three, and Anne has some of the most unsavory things sometimes that she gets hit with, it's very hard. Her tenacity. It is like taking on a job and having something hard, like a big stone hurled at you every single day for 3 years. I don't know, and I don't know what that is like, and I don't know how she musters the resources to keep going. It's just seeing it come together gives her such joy. I know that she's pleased when she sees something that we worked hard on gel and really come off, And Michael, you asked about film school. He did film school, but then, oh my God, did he choose to school himself. Michael's kind of a fanatic, and you wouldn't know it because he's actually kind of a low-key human being when you meet him. But he's definitely a fanatic, a film fanatic. It's a rich thing to get involved with filmmaking, there's no doubt. There's no doubt on the collegial level, on what happens behind the scenes, and then what happens with the people you meet trying to tell your stories. And, today I feel sort of weakened and dispirited because some nights are just so hard, I'm sure I'll recharge my battery and be good for the rest of the week. But you know, the gratitude is overwhelming usually. You know, you have a lot, it's just living in a state of gratitude for all that people contribute, both in front and behind the camera, to make a film with you. You know, it's hugely collaborative. And so it's sometimes hard to live with that level of gratitude. You know, it's almost like, how can it be that a team is pulling this hard to make something? My name is Debra Granik, and I'm directing a film here in the Ozarks called Winter's Bone.